How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We have the new Titan Crystal pool here. The creator who made this, their name is there next to the Twitter handle, Jonark, X MCOC. I'm not familiar with too much of their work, but I do see their charts every once in a while. Now, for some reason, they put Dr. Bong here, and I put Rhino over it because it's Rhino, unless I completely missed some kind of big announcement, but I haven't seen anything about that. So let us begin here, and we're going to be rating these. If you're new to my Titan pool grading system, basically we're going to have L's, W's, extreme W's, and for the first time, extreme L's. That's right. There are a couple champions in here who have, unfortunately, made me put the extreme L tier on here. So we're gonna go through each one and we're gonna grade the Titan Crystal at the end and together. So let's go ahead and do that. So first up, we have Rhino entering the pool. For some reason, he's an extreme L. He's an extreme L. Most people who are opening this Titan pool got him for free, got him as a first appearance. Wasn't he like literally like the easiest one to get? I don't really remember because I got him and I just didn't care. He's an okay defender, I guess, if you get the wrong matchup, but you're not gonna want this guy. Like you're not gonna want this guy, straight up. Now, you know my philosophy on this channel is any champion that's new, brand new, coming into this Titan pool that wasn't available before is a W at the very minimum, because you're getting a new champion. So here you go. So here are the new champions. We got W for Pixie, Ghost Rider W. I do believe those are both W's, whether they were new champions or not. I have Extreme W on Wave because I actually really like the convenience that she brings to the game when fighting certain matchups. And she really is just a mystic. Like fighting some of those annoying mystics and those mist champions sounds like a dream. I'm sure, you know, at the very minimum, she's going to be a W. So, but that's just kind of my personal feelings from testing her on the CCP server. We have Ruby. Is it Tuesday or Thursday? I'm sorry. I'm not trying to meme. I just literally don't remember. I get them mixed up. Like I said, I have ADHD, I think. So either way, Ruby, I do believe that she's absolutely a W, more so on defense, I believe. We have, with it, Phylavel. She's coming in with this Undermine that's really easy to access, but for the most part, she's not going to be readily available for at least another, again, the next Titan Crystal, which is in what, 3 months, 3.5 months. So I put her as a W. I have not tried this champion at all on the CCP server at all. I hopefully I can pull her and I can test her out on myself. And then we have Madeline Pryor. She is an absolute beast. In certain circumstances, she just goes nuts, goes crazy. So I think this is the one character everyone's trying to get. So yeah, I mean, let's just be honest. That's the one character everyone wants at the very minimum from this this Titan Crystal. Okay, moving on to M'Baku. Mbak L is what you should call him, because he's okay. I mean, but like comparatively speaking to the game, he's just not good. We don't really need to focus too much on him. We have another extreme W. Paviter Pavarkar is amazing. Just literally nuts. There's so many different ways to play him. His power control, his damage is nutty, crazy, disgusting. Just an amazing champion. Doesn't need to be ascended. Yeah, just. And then we're moving on to Heimdall, Extreme W as well. So back-to-back Extreme W's, dude. That's 4 Extreme W's in one crystal, guys. It's looking pretty good. Heimdall, I knew he was going to be good immediately. They kept his immortality, or his indestructible, when he gets to 0 health. Actually, they gave it to himself. He didn't used to have it on himself. They gave it to himself. They kept the synergy, and then they gave him nutty ramp damage. So this is a character I've unfortunately... I did pull him, but I missed all of the Everest content. He was just cheesing, so I didn't pull him till after I was done with all that. So I haven't ranked him up yet, but I think I do want to, because even on defense, he is nuts. Like, I mean, he's so tricky to play against. So Really, really, really like that guy. Now we go to Blue Marvel. He's just not somebody that really clicked with me ever. And watching some rank 5 gameplay of him, I'm just not too impressed with what's going on there. I just feel like there's other champions you can use that can just handle whatever he's handling much simpler and quicker. Then we move on to J. Jonah Jameson, JJJ. So he almost got the L treatment, but fighting him on defense, man, he's kind of tricky. He is definitely a tricky defender. He has some decent utility on attack. So I'm going to give him the W. I'm going to give him the W for defense. And that's where I stand on that. Next, Doctor Strange, another extreme W. That's 5 extreme W's so far. This dude is just anyone who's, I mean, they don't even need buffs. He just is nuts on offense, dude. Absolutely nuts. And he's kind of tricky on defense too with the power gain ramp and his animations. But yeah, I mean, the Mystic class is just insane right now. That's why they gave Human Torch for free to everybody, because, like, dude, these Mystics are running wild. Moving on to, what's his name? Moon Knight. Night Punch? Mr. Knight. That's what his name is. Me and him have had our differences. If you remember, I pulled him 5 minutes after he was released in the early access bundles. I took him straight to rank 4. I wasn't really impressed with his utility, but his damage was always good. It's just like the utility I was looking for, he didn't have any of it. But now he's in a solid spot, in my opinion, where, having him for a while, I definitely go to him for certain matchups, especially like Photon. With the kind of fall off that Photon's kind of had in higher, bigger rosters, in-game rosters, she doesn't show up quite as much as she used to, but he's still useful there. And he can really do fights really quick. Still have some complaints about his design, but overall he is a W. Very easy to play. A lot easier to play than I first gave him credit for. Okay, moving on to the Frankencastle. So I gave him an L. I don't see anyone use him anywhere. If you are ranking him up, you're doing it because you like the character, which is fine. And but besides that, like, he has this, it's a really complicated way to play the game, and I don't like it. I don't really like, just straight up, I just don't like it. I feel like a lot of players who are looking for advice in videos like this are not gonna probably want someone that complicated or risky to use. I hope that makes sense, but just not my cup of tea, especially with the limited utility I think that he kind of covers, which is like fighting Modocs and stuff. So yeah. But anyways, moving on to, maybe that'll change, by the way. I don't know. That one I'm super iffy on. Silver Samurai, I gave him an L. Again, he's just kind of in the same boat as Frankencastle, where it's like, I can use any other mutant. He doesn't really do anything except take like Yelena's, and that's pretty much it. I mean, which is good enough, I guess, but now we have another champion coming up who's going to take care of that even better, and other mutants can do it anyways. So I don't know. He's in a weird spot. He's a cool design. Very cool design, though. Moving on to Cassie, you got a third L in a row, and the reason why is just because the investment into her, you've seen me use her in videos, so that's really cool when she comes up. It's a fun rank up that I did, but if I were being like objective and serious, she's definitely an L, just for her playstyle, relying on the AI, the amount of SIGs you have to put into her. Yeah, but once you get a ramp, dude, in Coliseum, she pops off a lot in a lot of different matchups. So W in Coliseum. But for the overall, it's an L. Moving on to Lizard, W. Lizard, I do like him. I like him with the what's that relic? Is it the Spider-Man 2099 relic? Either way, he's really fun. He's good. I don't think he is an awful champion at all. I just do think he will be outclassed. I think he's better than Blue Marvel, but not as good as like Spider-Woman, right? So, and it depends because, man, if you're like me, you missed the boat on pulling him at all during the Ascension period, which feels so bad still, dude. Like, just sitting there opening 50 plus crystals and not getting a single ascension is devastating. But you know, this is a guy whose value will probably only go up depending on how ascension shakes up. Again, the way ascension, it's a different video, dude. It's a different video, but how ascension works, how little we know about it, like how champions are coming to be ascended, how will they be ascendable in the future, how's that gonna work, we don't know. So anyways, just he's a W. And then last but not least, ending the list, is our second Extreme L. This is a guy who has an amazing synergy for Blade, by the way, but he himself is not that good, and you're gonna groan if you pull this guy, man. Him and Rhino, you pull one of those, you're gonna be sitting here like this, because you're gonna beg to never have that happen again, because they're just not good. They're not good. At least Dracula is like cool and fun to play, but for the most part, yeah, you're just not gonna want him. Just straight up, you're not gonna want him. I hope they do tune him up sooner rather than later. Okay, that is the whole list, guys. What do you think? What do you think? Do you agree with some of these? Disagree with some of these? Overall, let's give it a grade. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 L's or Extreme L's, and we have, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 W's and Extreme W's. Half of the W's are Extreme W's. So I'm gonna rate this Titan Crystal overall a W, a big old W. There we go, big blurry W. So that is that's what we're doing. So anyways, guys, that's it for this ranking. Let me know your thoughts on the Titan Crystal. It comes out tomorrow at around regular update time. So that's about 1 p.m. here Central Time. All right, guys. A lot of fun doing these videos. Let me know if you liked it by leaving a like, subscribe if you did and you want to see more. And until then, guys, y'all take care.